Hey, and welcome back. So I didn't film yesterday because I have sick kids, but I figured while I'm getting ready to go work that I would just kind of go over some random tips and tricks and things like that I learned last season that we're going to be working or doing again this season, and maybe some stuff that we're not gonna do again. Off the top of my head, the first thing I would recommend is get a training plan and stick to it. We did the Jeff Galloway plan. We're doing it again. It worked out well. They have pace groups, that's what they're called. They have pace groups at the events. So if you're doing one of the suggested walk-run methods, they have those. Lindsay and McKenna joined a pace group. I think it was probably close to 3/4 of the way through the half. And they really enjoyed it and said that that's one thing that they're going to implement this year on the half is doing a pace group. The walk-run method does not work mentally for me. It's hard to stop and then start again. Like I don't know, I guess I grew up in the generation where you stay moving and you don't stop, and if you stop, you're a loser. And that's just kind of like that's just kind of like the mentality that I have. So it's really hard to get moving. I am trying to get a little bit better at it because I need to, but you know, it is what it is. Another suggestion that I have is get fitted for your shoes. Last year I had 2 different pairs. I had a pair of Brooks and a pair of Hoka's, and I loved my Brooks. Did not like the Hoka's. Turned out it's because the Hoka's were a support shoe and I don't need it. This year we went and got fitted, and I'm still a Brooks girl through and through, I guess, because I got another pair. And so far so good. Now I will say my number one secret as far as running is concerned are socks. If you are running in some plain Jane socks, you are either really, really young and have 0 issues with your feet, or you're a superhero. Because if I didn't have features, I would not make it. They are, I'm losing hair. Life-changing, actually. Kelly swears by them. I swear by them. Lindsay swears by them. I've never heard McKenna say that she swears by them. I know she used them. I don't know how religious of a user she is, but you won't even catch me running a mile without features. My feet go numb. It's mainly one foot, but it goes numb, and it's crazy how much of a difference they make. And the other thing, this is going to be for girls only, but a good sports bra. I recommend the SheFit. Before I started wearing them, I'd wear multiple layers of bras to help alleviate discomfort. SheFit, I don't have to do that. It's just one bra, and you just tighten, heave it up, and go about your business. Again, another life-changing random thing that a lot of people, including myself when I started, didn't take into consideration. Don't make fun of the way I do my hair either. Been doing it like this since I was like 15, and I will probably be doing it like this until I'm 1,000. So it's all good. Another tip is, if you can afford it, stay on property. It makes it so much easier to just wake up, get ready, go downstairs, go to a bus, and have them drive you. You don't have to worry about finding it. You don't have to worry about the road closures. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to worry about your race. And that is something that I wholeheartedly believe, if you can afford it, do it. I've never ran, I mean, obviously I've only ran one weekend, so I've never ran without staying at a Disney resort, but if you can, stay in a Disney resort. It doesn't even have to be like a bougie one. We stayed at Art of Animation. A lot of people that I've talked to prefer Pop or All Stars. All Stars is going to be your least expensive option. Pop and Art of Animation are going to be right behind that. And if you stay at Pop or Art, you have Skyliner access, which is really nice when you want to just hang around the parks when you're not racing. The other thing that I would recommend is set all the alarms that you can. I saw on Facebook a couple people missed races because they overslept. So use alarm clocks. I don't remember if the hotel has them, but I know they have Alexas you can set, cell phones, all the things. Going back to the hotel thing, something else is, if you are a pass holder, a Florida resident, military, they have a crap ton of promotions that usually come out. I think it's like November, end of October, beginning of November, somewhere in there. And so we haven't paid full price. Like, we're very big about checking promotions. So if you book and there's not a promotion, you can, I know I'm not looking at the camera, I'm sorry. If you book and there's no promotion, you can go back after they announce the promotions and apply the promotions and then get the money difference back. So for like us, I put in, for this year and last year actually, I paid the deposit. Didn't pay it in full, paid the deposit, got our rooms, waited for the promotions to hit, added the promotions, and then the extra money that was on the deposit just went straight towards the hotel room. So, I mean, it works out in the long run, but definitely check your promotions. Same thing with tickets, check the promotions. I'm a pass holder. I don't know if anybody else in my group is yet. I know they were talking about it last year. But I also travel with military family members and dependents. So they also go on the base and check for the sales there as far as their tickets. And last year it was actually cheaper to get tickets on the base than it was to use one of the Florida resident sales. So there's another little fun fact about us. Let's see what else. Don't and this is gonna be do as I say, not as I do. Don't stay out too late on days that there's racing, or the night before, which you're like, duh, like you're getting up at 1 a.m. Like, why would you stay out late? We had all intentions of being back in the room by like 7ish. We made 4 p.m. dinner reservations, and we never made it back to the room before 9. never. And then you have to prep your race stuff, set your alarms, and then you have all the butterflies and you can't sleep. And then we live in Central, Orlando's in Eastern. So then I have my kiddos calling me, say goodnight, and then I get reworked up because I'm like, oh, well, I'm here instead of at home, and then you feel kind of guilty. But definitely do your best to get sleep. Half marathon day, I think we rolled around with like 4 or 5 hours, which isn't terrible, but we could have done better. And then 5K day, I know for a fact, because I said it in the video, that we only got like 4 hours of sleep. So 5K day, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal for 5K day because it's not a timed event, but you're still waking up really, really early. And if you go to bed really, really late, then you're going to be really, really cranky. It's just not a good time for anybody. Let's see. What other little nifty tricks? Oh, if you have PhotoPass and you're going with a group, not everybody has to have PhotoPass. That's not a secret. I think the PhotoPass you can have, like, don't quote me, I'm probably wrong, but I think it's like 5 bibs per race or something like that. So if you have a group of 3 or 4 girls or boys or whoever, then you can add everybody's bib to one person's PhotoPass, so not everybody has to pay for it. Again, that's something we did to kind of save money, and it worked. So everybody got their race photos, and not everybody had to pay the fee. Mine is with, my PhotoPass is with my annual pass. So it wasn't any extra for me. It was just what it was. Let's see. What else? Oh, something I did not do, but I just recently saw suggested on Facebook, and I loved this idea, was for longer races. If you have a running belt, a vest, pockets, whatever, pack one of them like Walmart shopping bags, or Target, whatever, a little shopping bag inside your vest or your pocket, because after the race is done, they hand you your medal, they hand you Powerade, they hand you a banana, they hand you a snack box, and if you're like me, your hands were sore because they were very, very swollen. My hands were so swollen last year. And if I had a bag, just chuck everything in the bag, call it good, and move on with my life. And I loved that idea. I loved having the thought of having the ability just to carry stuff in a bag. If you check anything, obviously you'll have a bag after you get your stuff from the check thing. But we didn't check anything. We just went with what we had. Something else that I just thought about is a lot of people buy throwaways for race weekends. And what that is they'll go to Goodwill or a thrift store or Walmart, Target, whatever, and buy the cheapest sweater, sweatpants that they can find, and wear that to the finish line or start line. Sorry, the corrals and everything else. Start your race in that, and then as you get hot, you throw it down. Anything that you throw down, Disney, this is sunscreen, by the way, tinted sunscreen, so don't freak out that I'm not using a blender thingy. I don't wear foundation. Anyways, going back, anything that you throw down, Disney donates So if you are using a thrifted jacket that costs you $6 or whatever, and you throw it down, it doesn't hurt your feelings. One, that you're never going to see it again, and two, it's going to go to a good cause, and three, you don't have to carry it 13 miles in the heat. Last year, I wore one of my husband's Milligan like neoprene fabric type shirts, and I was comfortable the majority of the time. Like the last mile kind of got a little warm. Hold on, I can't talk into this. So I just rolled the sleeves up. But like Kelly just took hers off and tied hers around her waist. Again, she was wearing like one of the like little neoprene shirts. Let's see. I'm not gonna do eyes on camera because I'm terrible at it and I don't want to get made fun of. I'm not ready for that on YouTube yet. Let me think. I'm gonna press pause for a second, do my eyeballs, and then I'm gonna come back. All right, I'm back. I did lipstick too. And don't worry, like, yes, it's not a professional color. I don't have a professional job. But, anyways, so going back to tips. Alarms, shoes, socks, bras, snacks. Depending on how often you fuel your body, prepare yourself for that. Disney, only for the half from last year, they only did sport beans at mile 8. Everything else was just water and Gatorade. So if you're like a waffle or a Nerds, gummies, or whatever, do it at your leisure. Just bring them with you. Also, one thing that bothered me is people just throwing trash everywhere. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. That's gross. There's a lot of wildlife around Disney, and we're not there to pollute Disney. We're not there to pollute the wildlife. We're not there to mess with any of that stuff. So just don't do that. Let's see what else. Sunscreen. You're starting the race in the dark. You're going to end it, and the sun's going to be like right here. Wear your sunscreen. Also, if you know you have the ability to chafe, be prepared. The first aid stations I saw, I didn't stop, had a lot of people dealing with that. And they had the Vaseline and all that stuff. Work on your costumes beforehand, run in them beforehand, and decide if you're going to need to be better prepared for chafing. Lindsay said that there was a duo that she witnessed. One of them just straight up gave up because her legs were just so ate up. And that's terrible. It ruins your race. It ruins your vacation. And it ruins the whole experience. So don't be ill prepared when it comes to that. Definitely test out your costumes. You're going to feel like a dork running around your neighborhood, but that's okay. You got to test out your costumes. Got setting powder all over me. Let's see, what else did we do that was super smart? Plan, prepare, prep. Watch all the videos. Like running and makeup. She does like little event guides and things like that, and she is very, very good about tips, tricks, and all that stuff. I've learned a lot watching her stuff. Running with Manny is another one that I've watched quite a bit of, and I learned a lot from him too. Just do your best to be ready for anything. I mean, stuff happens. Not everything's going to go perfect. Your day's not going to be 100%, but do your best. Plan your best. The last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is just be kind. There's a lot of people who don't have race etiquette. And by that, I mean, if you're going to walk, hands up, move. Move to the side. Move to the right. Left hand lane is for the fast. It's just like when you're driving. If you're on the left side, you're running. If you're on the right side, you're not running, or you're running slow. Me. Anyways, but be kind. I saw a couple people getting attitude-y, and how am I going to phrase this? Sometimes when you're mean to somebody, it ruins their whole day. So why be that person? Don't do that. Probably going to make another one of these before this Vlogmas adventure is up, because I'm just going off the top of my head, and I really should have written things down and better prepared, but you know, when you are running in the circles I'm running around in, you kind of just do your best. So I hope you learned something. I hope it wasn't terrible. And yeah, if you have any comments or questions or tips, leave them down in the comments below. I will get back to you, I promise. I want to see what people have to say about their experiences. Like, I love learning, and if anybody has any other tips I might have missed, let me know. So stay real, stay royal, stay running. Toodles.